Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the 2018 NFL Draft Class, specifically cornerback Denzel Ward out of the great College of Ohio State. So we're going to get into an analytics profile. We're going to look at his production data. We're going to look at his athleticism data, and we're going to get to some conclusions about what he could be at the next level based on analytics. And if you're new to the channel and you're new to the work that I do, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So if you don't really know what solo tackle market share is, or you're not familiar with explosive lower body strength score is, speed score, flexibility score, all those other types of things, just go to the description. All the terms and definitions will be there. So starting off with Denzel Ward's production profile. This is the only area of concern with Denzel Ward. Everything else is peachy with him, but this is one of the areas where there is some concern in terms of high-quality outcomes. Not in terms of him as a starter, but just in terms of high-quality outcomes. He had a 32.94 solo tackle market share score and an 88.24 pass deflection market share score. Based on my data since the 1989 NFL Draft Class, he doesn't quite hit the bottom end threshold for multiple All-Pro cornerbacks since the 1989 NFL Draft Class, meaning that there has never been a multiple All-Pro cornerback, a cornerback that had 3 All-Pro considerations in their career, to have less than a 61.10 solo tackle score. Now, his pass deflection data is fine. I mean, when you look at his pass deflection data, he's above the bottom end threshold for All-Pro players. Not only that, he's above what the averages are in terms of like what the average pass deflection score is in terms of all-pro players and what the average score is for Pro Bowl players. So that isn't an issue for Denzel Ward. The issue is the solo tackle data. And when I actually went back and took all the cornerbacks out that are similar to him from a production standpoint, this is the list of cornerbacks that I had. So I included athleticism data just so that you can like pause the video and look at this at your leisure. But this is the list of cornerbacks that had below average solo tackle data and similar pass deflection data, at least in terms of Denzel Ward, since the 1989 NFL Draft Class. And it's not a very long list. You got guys like Eric Wright, Dunta Robinson, Asante Samuel, Sheldon Brown, Corey Webster, Darius Slay, Anthony Henry, and Sean Smith. As you can clearly see, none of these cornerbacks are multiple All-Pro types. The only Pro Bowl type, at least multiple Pro Bowl type, is Asante Samuel. And the only positive thing I could say for Denzel Ward is that he's definitely in the Asante Samuel to Eric Wright area. But it is somewhat of a concern. Again, it's a minor concern when you have a cornerback who doesn't quite have the solo tackle data indicative of a great player. And I do understand that there's going to be a lot of people saying, well, scheme and this or that, or where's the context? And I'm giving you the context. This is based on 1,600 plus cornerback performances since the 1989 NFL Draft Class. Those guys were in various types of schemes. Those guys were in various types of systems, and they still were able to at least get above average solo tackle scores. So again, this is the only major concern with Denzel Ward, is that he does have very good pass deflection data, but his solo tackle data is a bit of a concern. And it just means that it kind of caps his upside to a certain extent when you look at his overall data profile. Now, when you get to his athleticism data, it's all gravy, man. Has an 83.72 explosive lower body strength score, 89.25 speed score, and a 95.30 flexibility score. Pretty much hits all the thresholds for all-pro potential with every single athleticism trait, and also hits above what the averages are in terms of all-pro potential, in terms of explosive lower body strength score, speed score, and flexibility score. So again, Denzel Ward is a great athlete. In fact, if you look at his athleticism scores compared to all the athleticism scores of the cornerbacks that were similar to him production-wise, he's by far a better athlete than those other cornerbacks. So you have that sort of question mark. He's also much younger. So again, being a younger prospect usually means that there's more chance for development. There's more chance for him to get better. And honestly, as a data guy and just as a general film guy, I would say that Denzel Ward is a guy that has potential to be a multiple Pro Bowl type. But again, I just think there's too many things that point to the fact that all-pro potential is not exactly there for him. So again, if you value Denzel Ward as a Pro Bowl cornerback, as a guy that can become a top 10 to top 16 cornerback at the next level, then I don't think you'll be disappointed with him. If you view him as somebody that you should trade or give up multiple future draft picks for to get, or take in the top 5 of the draft, I'm not quite sure that's going to pay off. So again, I think the best case for Denzel Ward is that he becomes a Pro Bowl cornerback. I agree with that based on the film assessment I have of him and also based on his athleticism traits and also based on his production traits. But I do think that if you view him as something more than that, as like a Charles Woodson future type or Darrelle Revis or any of those types, I just don't think there's enough on paper to suggest that at the moment. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. Hit that notification button so that you're always reminded when another video of mine drops. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace!